singing every day. And my mom would tell you, I would just sing all the time. And, but I was getting better because I was practicing. And repetition is the mother of learning. It's an old saying. So the more you repeat something, the more you keep on going at it, you'll grow and you'll become better. And always go back to, if love is attached to what you want to do, if you still have desire and fire, you'll keep wanting to get up and singing. You'll keep wanting to rehearse how to breathe, how to connect with your audience, how to make sure you use certain tones and use your breath in a certain way to push a note out of you. You know what I mean? All of those things, they matter. And if you love it, you'll work for it.
So now you mentioned something in regard to breathing and how to use your breath. Can you elaborate a little bit on that in regard to singing?
Yeah. For me, breath is everything. When you plant your feet and you take a deep breath and you allow the breath to make room in your body, in your chest, in your stomach, and just allow the breath to move around. And when you blow the breath out and you feel how it, like, there are so many places to sing from. You can sing from your diaphragm. That means your gut, your belly. People sometimes when they use their breath and they inhale, they use the breath of their chest. They'll fill their chest up with air. And, sometimes, people will use short breaths to be able to do certain things. But one of the main keys about being a vocalist is you can use the breath almost as a tool to help make the note change and morph into one or the other thing. The breath also, especially as you develop your muscles as a vocalist, it'll also help you learn how to hold notes longer and just have more stamina as a vocalist. And most of the time, if you sing from your diaphragm, if you sing from your solar plexus area, that place, from your, like I say, from your stomach, from your gut, and use all of the breath you have, you can really create a symphony of the voice. Every voice is so different. You can think about different artists, Fantasia for that matter, Macy Gray, Jill Scott, Beyonce. Everybody sounds different, and that's the beauty of how the universe works. So you have to find what makes you wonderful, but it starts with your breath, and as you use that breath, it will just help you almost, soar beyond anything that you can think or desire. But it just takes practice, to learn how to use the tools that you have in your body to be the best artist you can be.
Yeah. So you're talking about practice is the mother of learning. How much practice? Because I hear that in the voice, some people have to go to surgery because they lost their voice. Is that possible?
Well, listen, simple example. When we were doing The Color Purple, you have to build stamina when you're doing a Broadway show. Broadway shows, you do 8 shows a week. More than likely, the schedule is Tuesday through Sunday. You do 2 shows on Saturday and Sunday, and that's 2 hours worth of singing for any given show. And not just singing, you're dancing, you're doing choreography, you're saying lines, you're really performing, just a live movie in a sense, but 8 times a week. So you have to build some sort of stamina, and that's just by practicing and using your voice and just really getting stronger with your vessel. But if you do not take care of yourself, health is a very important thing. You have to make sure you have water. You have to make sure you eat well and just take care of your body so that you can continue to work, in this machine. And Broadway, in a sense, once you start doing a show, sometimes those shows don't last but a few weeks, and then sometimes they'll last for many years. One of my friends that's doing Lion King now. She's been doing that show for over 15 years.
Wow.
But she's gotten so used to doing what she does, to the point where she's built up a certain type of stamina. And in the Color Purple, I remember people didn't know Fantasia would get sick every now and again, and they didn't know that she was going through some serious vocal strain. Sometimes, it's just when you're not used to singing 8 shows a week, I think to the transition of being one type of artist and then coming to sing something every day, it's brutal. It's not easy. And a lot of people think because it looks beautiful that it didn't take a lot of work. And if you look at any, like the beautiful documentary that Beyonce just put out, that baby worked for months to make sure 1 or 2 performances were at a certain level. And that's basically the same thing that happens on Broadway, but you'll end up doing it over and over and over again for an extended period of time. And for me, I know personally, I love rest. I know, like, I might be like an old lady, but when it's time for me to use my gift and do what I do, I have to really put that first and really put me first and make sure I rest, make sure I take whatever vacation I need to take when I need to take it. Make sure I take the time to nourish myself at home with water. I recently became vegan vegetarian, soon probably going further into being vegan, because all of these things just allow me to have optimal health so that I can do what I'm purposed to do in this universe. I feel like all of it is in hand, you know what I mean?
That's great. Talking about performance, we getting to the end of our talk. This is so interesting that maybe we have to invite you back again on the radio. So what I would ask you, you remember the song Fantasia did for the American Idol?
What song?
The one she won American Idol on. You remember that song?
Something about If You Believe, right?
If You Believe, yeah.
I heard it. I don't remember it like that.
Okay, we're going toward the end of the show right now. If you can think of a song, one more song you can sing before we close out, and then you give your information over the. Can you do something quick you can improvise for the audience?
Okay. I'll just sing what's in my heart at the moment. If you believe within your heart, you'll know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe that you can be free. If you believe you can do anything, just believe in yourself. Inside your heart, believe in the train right from the start. That kind of comes from the Wiz a little bit. That's what I keep hearing, if you believe. So that's what I want to say to you all. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything. And that's it. That period. And if you want to get in contact with me as a...
Yeah, go ahead. Give your contact over the...
Yes. If you want to get in contact with me for vocal performance coaching, the email address for me is VPC Teresa. That's VPCTERESA @gmail.
Can you repeat that again, please? Yeah.
That's VP as in performance coach, vocal performance coach. So VPC Teresa, TERESA @gmail.com.
Great. And a phone number if you want to reach you?
No. I'm not going to give my phone number.
I'm sorry. You're right. Just email is good enough. So
email is just fine. Or and then
email is just
if
fine.
you want to Facebook Teresa Stanley, Instagram Iris Lily Rose, IRISLILY.
Teresa Stanley, we want to thank you so much for coming on Radio Sekou today. And I'm sure we will go back and invite you again because we didn't cover everything we needed to cover, but this is just a start. And,
all right, cool.
Thank you again, and then looking forward for another occasion. Thank you.
All right, then, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good day. Bye.
Have a good day. Yeah. Bye-bye.